Byron, I know you wanted something different from this after last game. What did you think was the biggest problem to start?
Well, I thought our effort was better. I think, again, when they start making a few shots early, we get a little discombobulated and we start trying to, get it all back in one shot. And then defensively, we just didn't do a great job, against those shooters, giving up 4-point plays, a bunch of silly little fouls, but like I told those guys in there, we're going to keep working. We're going to keep getting better. Those guys have been together for a few years. We've been together for a few weeks. So we still got a lot of work to do.
What about the defensive end of the floor stood out the most to you?
Dribble penetration, I think they got everything they wanted. We didn't take away anything, really. I mean, they got layups in transition. They had 17 points in the first quarter in transition, so we didn't do a good job of getting back in defense. Then they also had, I think, 7, 8, 9 threes in the first quarter or in the first half. So they got inside and outside. So we didn't do a good job of taking away anything.
I know you have a lot of your dribble penetrators out, especially Land, Clarkson, Henry, so not creating a lot of open looks. But what about the execution of the offense? What did you see there?
Well, again, like you said, a lot of our guys that can really get to the basket and handle the ball and create something for themselves or their teammates wasn't there tonight. And I thought it made it that much harder for Kobe because they were able to put 2 or 3 guys on him at times. Spacing wasn't that good. Number one, we still didn't do a great job of setting screens to get each other open, and again, it's something that we just got to continue to work on.
Coach, how much of this is disappointing, just period, and how much of it do you dismiss in the preseason?
I never dismissed it in the preseason. As long as they keep the score, you want to win. And so, being a preseason game means still a lot as far as I'm concerned. So it's disappointing because I thought we would have a better showing tonight than we did the last time we played them.
Byron, you were mentioning obviously these guys have only been together for a few weeks. Given that, how long of a process do you envision this taking as far as getting to the
Well, on both ends of the court, it's going to take a while. Yeah. We understand that. But, as a coach, you want it to come a whole lot faster. But I'm also a realist and understand that it's going to take us a while to kind of gel. The gel is a basketball team, but, we got to get healthy as well. Steve is still not completely healthy right now. It would be nice to have Swaggy back, so we get some offensive firepower as well. But, we got to go with what we got. So it's a matter of just working every day and trying to just, get these guys to understand, to be together on a string on both ends of the floor.
You alluded to it earlier, but just what did you make of Kobe's performance overall tonight?
Overall, again, I thought his effort was unbelievable. He didn't shoot the ball well, but I thought his effort was unbelievable. To be picking up guys full court, the way he did. And what I'm gradually trying to do with him right now is just each game kind of increase him a couple of minutes. So tonight he played 24 minutes, so I thought he was fresh. He just couldn't make shots. Defensively, I thought he was all over the place. He was trying to guard everybody, so his effort was fantastic.
Talk about his defensive effort against Curry because he looked like he came out with determination to try to stop his
Well, I think he wanted to be physical with him and he wanted to slow him down, and I thought he did a good job of that. Curry hit, Curry's Curry. Those 2 guards that they have probably the best 2 shooting guards in the game. He hit the 1-3, but other than that, I thought Kobe did a great job on it.
What do you think about the way Ronnie Price came out there?
I just love Ronnie's toughness. Defensively, he gets after people. He plays extremely hard. Offensively, he just doesn't do anything to really hurt you. He plays very good, solid basketball. So, I love the way he played tonight.
For your next game, what do you work on the next 3 days?
Defense, defense, defense.
So you're saying defense.
What's your perspective with the shoe instead of the
Perspective? He shouldn't have thrown it. Other than that, I guess he shouldn't have thrown it. It cost him the technical. But I don't even know how it came off. All of a sudden I just saw him, kind of slip and the shoe was off. He picks it up and, he's trailing on defense. So I guess he figured, well, let me see if I can hit the ball out of his hands with the shoe. I don't know.
Byron's not that bad of a strategy, though. It did stop the fast break.
It did stop the fast break, so we only gave up 1 point instead of 2 or 3, so it wasn't that bad.
But what's Steve's health situation? What prevented him from, playing?
You have to ask him. We talked a little bit before the game. He said he just wasn't feeling quite right, but he wanted to play, wanted to give it a try. And after the first quarter, he said, Coach, I'm done. So, I don't know what's really going on with him, but he said he just didn't feel quite right.
Coach, is Ed Davis okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Byron, talk about as far as soccer. He looked pretty fluid out there tonight.
I thought, well, Roberts played well. He played well, and he worked his butt off this summer. So tonight, like you just asked about Ed, it was more of giving Robert, those bulk of minutes. Just like Thursday, I'm gonna do the same thing with Ed. I'm gonna give him the bulk of the minutes just to back up and see what happens. So, but Rob tonight, I thought he played really well. Made some shots. Defensively, he was better. He was more physical, more aggressive, and that's the one thing that we talked about. All our bigs tonight is being more physical and more aggressive.
What do you take most positive out of this game that you can look deep and say, hey, I see something?
The effort. I thought our effort tonight was much better than it was the last time we played them.
How about their physical training that you've been emphasizing? How do they look as far as physicality?
Well, physically, I thought we were fine. You know, I think we're still in great shape. You know, guys aren't running out of gas, so you know, when you run out of gas, then you really make mistakes. But I thought our guys were in good shape. You know, played hard. You know, we just played against a much better team tonight.
Without a go-to guy, it made the offense very stagnant. It made it easier on the defense. What are you gonna have to do to remedy that?
We just got to move the ball. You know, we got to move the ball. We got to set screens. You know, some of the things that we already talked about.